What's up, people? How you doing today? Welcome back to D's Daily DD. You know what it is. It's your boy D. This is the channel where we do our due diligence, right? And I want to remind you, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, right? So don't take it as that. Take it for educational and entertainment purposes, right? For those purposes, guys. That's why I'm here. That's why I bring you the data, the daily data, right? So today, you know what I really want to debunk is going to be the 90% thing that Adam Aaron was talking about yesterday, how 90% of the free flow, the shares, right? The shares that they issued are owned by retail investors, which is us, the apes, right? Okay, so yeah, before we get into that information, guys, I just want to, put it out there that my mom is getting a surgery today, right? A serious surgery. So I wish her the best and I wish her a speedy recovery, right? And I hope everything goes well, okay? So I just want to put that out there, guys, and into the universe, right? So we get those positive vibes, that positive energy, and that everything comes out fine, okay? So yeah, guys, so today I'm just going to focus on AMC, right? And just on that fact that he announced that, I believe he said owns more, right? Or at least 90%, right? So I'm going to prove to you why I don't believe that, and like I believe there's more out there. I do believe there's synthetics out there and all that stuff, right? So I'm going to give you the proof, right, on my opinion, and how this is and also why, like, how he didn't present any DD. He didn't say where he got those numbers from, and he should know that the apes are all about the DD and the proof, and we want to know like where he got that information from, right? That's important. Okay, guys, so let's jump into it, because I got everything over here. Cool. So on this screenshot, let's see, this is the one from today. I'm going to show you, I actually talked about this a few months ago. So this is from, I believe this was from like January 11th that I took this screenshot. So this is my old one, right? And I was breaking down how about 74% of the float was locked and held by retail, which back then was about 379 million. Top 10 institutions owned about 116 million. And then, how everyone talks about how, there's those shares that are on loan and that, they're paying that fee to lend those shares. And that's like the 10% that has moved the price from where it was, right? From $40 all the way down to $18.54 right now. There's about 30 minutes left in the trading hour, in the trading session. It's AMC prices at $18.54 right now, right? And then 94 million shares on loan. Okay, so if you want to, go back to my old videos, guys, I had already brought this up, but it seems to have popped back up. Okay, so this is the information I did today, right? So we're talking about AMC shares. They're supposed to be 513 million outstanding shares, or, whatever, however many they issued. And then I got this information from Fidelity, all right? So the top 10 institutions, it's saying they own 135.5 million shares, right, on that website. The top 10 funds, institutional funds or whatever, 67.1 million, okay, shares. And then you add those up and you get 202.6 million shares. And then with that number, right, retail owns 90% of the flow, right? So that comes out to 461.7 million shares. So, this is what, another YouTuber got pissed off about. He's like, oh, if you believe that, there's no synthetics and all that. Adam Aaron did say he cannot speak on the synthetics, right? So whether they're there or not, we don't know. He can't speak on it if he knows. So that doesn't help us very much, right? But I do believe there is synthetics out there. And I can prove it to you at the end of this. But for now, like when you add these up, you get 664,300,000, right, shares. So 664 million shares. But there's only supposed to be 513 million shares total, right? Supposedly. And then the real question is, right, so when you think about that number, like that we own 461, we have that data, and you divide it by the 4 million shareholders that he also said, right, that there's still about the same amount of shareholders. So you divide that, and what do you get? 115 shares per ape, right? That's the average that every ape is holding. Now I know it can vary, but to me that seems very, very low for all of this stuff that's going on, right? And how long we've been holding and going through. Personally, I have way more shares than that. Okay, so that's why I don't believe it. I think apes have been accumulating over time. I think the average is way higher than 115, right? This is just going by this math, right? If we own 461 million shares divided by the 4 million people, you get that 115 shares average, right? So that's an indicator to me of like proof that right? That maybe there's something off there. And what I think I'm gonna do is, send a tweet out to Adam, see what happens. But I'm gonna send it out and say, like, where's the DD? Where did you get this information from? How are you stating that apes own 90% or more of the float? Okay. Now I'm gonna go into the internet here, show you real quick. Everything on the report was great, guys. AMC fourth quarter 2021 represented strongest quarterly results in 2 full years, right? Everything from their revenue to the EPS to the EBITDA, whatever, like everything looked good and positive. And, there was a lot of videos that came out yesterday. That's why I didn't do a video on this yesterday, because there was just a ton of people that were breaking down the numbers. And, one that really went into detail was, I think it's Roche Capital, right? His channel. And yeah, I like the way he broke it down. But this is not a fundamental play, obviously. Like, it's great that they're doing better. I'm happy that they're doing better because of the apes and because of like how much we support them and we go to the movies and whatnot, right? So, and then like the key points that like they're doing new things, like they're gonna launch. Let's go over here. Watch. Let's go right here. So AMC is going to launch a co-branded AMC credit card in 2022, right? I think that's good. The popcorn thing, right? Multiple streams of revenue. This is a tweet that Adam sent out. He said, just a summary, right? 60 million guests in our theaters, 8 million a year ago, right? Compared to 8 million a year ago. Revenues per patron, 25% more than the pre-pandemic 2019 Q4 quarter. 160 million EBITDA. He's saying that. 220 million operating cash generated, right? A record 1.8 billion of year-end liquidity. So encouraging, but more needs to be done. And I agree with him. We can always improve, right? Let's go over here. So just want to point this out. How does one push the stock price down from $60 to $18 with 10% of the shares? Asking for a friend. That's absolutely hilarious, right? So here we go. Some pics, right? Just kind of poking at it, right? This is why I love Twitter, because people keep it real and you can find fast information on there, right? Rather than going to the mainstream media or whatever. Yeah, so it's just interesting, right? How they're able to push that price down, right? With only 10% of the shares that are out there, right? So connect the dots, guys. Come on. We're gonna look at the SPY real quick. It was pretty strong today. This is the 30-minute. Let me zoom in a little bit. It's been on an uptrend. It went above the VWAP and has been pushing higher. So it needs to come up to this 442 level again to test it and see if it can keep going higher, right? That's what these lines are for. That's what their guidelines, right? That's why I like TA and charting and all that, because look at this. It's just, even though some days seem dramatic, right? Like, it's still in the same channel, guys. It's been in, this is the after hours and the regular trading hours that you see here, right? So the dark black's the regular trading hours. So as you can see, like aftermarket hours, pre-market, right? All that. It's still been in the same channel, guys, right? So it might look like it's really swinging or whatever, but when you zoom out, you can see the channel, right? So the last thing I think I need to touch on here is going to be the chart here, the AMC chart. What I want to point out, guys, is like we're looking pretty good, right? And then the March 3rd thing, I can't say that it's going to squeeze on March 3rd. I don't know, right? I don't have a crystal ball. That's the rumor out there. We'll have to wait and see, guys, right? At least we're here. But the thing is, it would line up with the timing, right? And on the chart, it's really interesting. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Still, was able to, the morning sucked, right? Like, it came down pretty good and it recovered, and then we saw some buying pressure and we saw the lines cross, and now we're going to close into strength, right? Which it's at 1857. That's a good sign, right? But the main point I always say is zoom out, right? When you're in doubt, what you want to look at is the daily chart right now, right? So again, I took the bottom and the top here, formed this wedge, got as many touch points, and we're looking good here. Look, it's right above the line here. Okay, so this could potentially, like, if they move the earnings up for any reason, right, specific reason that the chart, the price is gonna run, who knows? But look, this is what I want to see. It needs to come up and start testing the EMAs to really see that reversal. But we got the bounce, and now we're crossing. This is the down pressure line, right? This is what we need to break, and we need to break it pretty hard. I mean, I'm talking about, like, we need to see like 22, 23, 24 maybe, right, in the next couple days, hopefully, right, to really show that bullish, that apish, strength. And I know you guys are holding out there. I know you're diamond-handed apes at this point, right? Whoever's in the play, just like I am, right? So we're here for the squeeze, right? And you know what tends to happen after earnings, except the last one, is that we tend to run. Okay, here's the last earnings. Yeah, they chopped us down, you know, in my opinion, synthetics. But most of the time, you see this earnings right here. This was the big one when we just took off. The next earnings was right here, and we got a run, and then again we got chopped by synthetics, in my opinion. And so we'll have to see what happens in the next couple of days, right? But I just wanted to put that information out there with the where I got this from, right? Which was Fidelity right here. What I did, remember, like, is I added, this is the top 10 institutions, right? And I added all that. And then down here, the top 10 funds, right? So I added all that. And that's how I got my numbers. And that's how I'm backing up why I don't think that, you know, that statement matters or is true as of right now. Like, you know, we need to see where Adam got that information from, right? So yeah, just wanted to, you know, put that focus on there, that, you know, there's got to be way more shares than that. I mean, that's just going by the math, right? That's why that other YouTuber was so mad. Like, he was just going by that, right? So thank you guys for coming by the channel. I hope to catch you tomorrow, right? Hope this information helped. If you liked the video, comment, like, share, subscribe, all that, right? It really helps the channel out, guys. Helps with pushing the video up, right? When people like it and interact with it, with the YouTube algorithm, it's gonna help get this information out to more people, right? That's the whole goal of the channel, right? So thank you guys for coming by, and I'll catch you guys mañana.